Okay, back to Dave the Diver then. We've got some kind of ancient control room that we're meant to be investigating that will hopefully fix the issues for these sea people that we mysteriously care about. I don't know really where we are plot-wise. I think we're still on Chapter 5 out of 7. But Chapter 5 feels like it's been going on for ages, so maybe I missed an indication that we've moved on from there. Either way, I need to go down to that control room, toggle the third device, and get on with it, so to speak. Is that what it says in R to do? Yeah, absolutely. This game is full of side stuff, but I'm pretty focused on getting the main game done. If I was to do all the side stuff, I think I'd be at this game forever and a day. We're in the prologue of the game. Oh, don't say that. I like this game, but I don't want it to overstay its welcome here. What else is going on? Movie Wonder. Are we going to get a movie minigame somehow? Marlin. Ooh, Marlin party in 3 days. Yeah, I can see it up at the top, can't we? Little bow meaning things that are in demand. Do I have a way of checking on my phone what I have? Maybe so, maybe no. Oh, fun thing. This, where is he now? Not you. Your protege or what have you. Or the farming guy's protege. Yeah, there we go. MC Sammy. He had a little tune that he played last stream called Hot Pepper Tuna, I believe it was. And that one ate some DMCA. The video got claimed for like 30 seconds of that song. I think the music has since been wiped out, which is a shame because it was good, but DMCA will do whatever it wants to do. Okay, well, let's go and figure out that third device, unless there's something worth spending my money on. Diver at... you know what? A few more bars wouldn't go amiss. We certainly have the money for it. I do like my salvage drone. I do like my knife, but let's keep ourselves very much alive. And this third thing will probably be down in or near the glacier. That's right, it was too hot down below in the cold area, so surely now we'll be able to make our way down. Smuff is coming in to say that I'm excited for Dom 6. Yeah, you and me both. Good old Dominions. Might be moments where I seem like I'm a little absent, and that's because I'm adjusting this chair. I got a new chair. Just arrived yesterday, pieced it together. I have some reservations about it, but overall, well, give it time. Just means there's going to be moments where you're just trying to find the comfy zone. Anyway, my comfy zone with you, Narwhal, is seeing you die! I didn't get all this health. Oh, but I want to kill all those small fish as well. I want it all. There we go. One free round for the rest of them. Take it away. And as for you guys... there we go. Dave hungers and so do I. I was absolutely ravenous after today's DDR. Had myself some lovely lunch. Crawled into the shower, and now I feel like a new man. A new, exhausted man. Still a new man. Is it any good? I got one of those old leather office swivel chairs. Seems hard to find one now. My main problem with the lighting rifle... no, I'll just disassemble you. I want my... I want ammo for my grenade launcher, and I just got it. My main problem with this Habab something or other chair is that even though it says it's for people that are 5 foot to 6 foot, well, I'm around 180 centimeters, and it feels tiny. It feels absolutely minuscule. I barely feel like I'm off the floor. It doesn't extend up very much, and that's severely disappointing. Otherwise, it's pretty comfy. I'm just not sure it's comfy for sitting at a desk. You can lie back on it, hammock style, pretty darn well. man, I hope we like eating caplins, because I can get those by the droves down here. But I can't imagine it would be very comfortable laying back, hammock style, and doing my stream. Maybe it would. Maybe I'm just not in the know. Ah, good day, Baron, and congratulations, Baron. You did remarkably well on Vampire Survivors. When I saw your first run, I really didn't think it was going to amount to much. You died in mere moments, but boy did you show me. I was looking forward to the punishment game of Castlevania 64, but no, you slaughtered that wee challenge. You received any updates from 11-bit? If I had, you would be the first to know. Which is a sad way of saying no. No, I have not. Alright, more new and interesting fishies to eat underwater grenades with. Oi, 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 get away now. Okay. Too much for me, it seems. As if. I love the wee thumbs up from Dave. This game is just so dripping with style. I'm not sure it's possible to dislike this game. Well, I'm sure it is. I'm sure there are people that think this is just awful, but I am struggling to imagine on what grounds. Oh, easy now, buddy. I do want to keep at least some rounds in case there's a big nasty fight waiting for me here. One thing about this game is that it does not telegraph its whoa! Okay. It does not telegraph its big fights, so... What else am I meant to do around here? Oftentimes you can end up in a boss fight with bugger all to fend people off with. Ah, okay. I thought I was cleaning those up for future use, but no, it's just cleaning them up to use it there and then. How about that? Oh, I'm sure Hamster could find a way to dislike this game. I mean, there are things about this game which I dislike, but as a whole, I don't think I could ever come away saying, oh, Dave the Diver, oh, that was a pretty crummy game. That would be madness. Alright, this seems to be the ticket. Shovel. What does our current frozen cod even do? Does your harpoon damage? Can freeze. Yeah, probably better than shovel for this. Shovel's more for cracking the crabs, is it not? I could see people disliking the fact that it resolves around killing massive amounts of fish. Yeah, but those people's opinions can be immediately discarded. Because they are what also rhymes with discarded. What have we here? Looks poisonous. Matters not. My frozen cod is having none of it. Sure, young. Dry land? This cannot be. I don't think I've ever played Dominions as a race which is fully aquatic. Doesn't strike me as something that would be that entertaining. I mean, you're going to dominate the seas, And I don't find the sea is the interesting part of Dominions. But hey, maybe we can explore that more on Dom 6. Right. Right. Is it puzzling time? Even at this point in the game, it can still bring us some new and exciting ways to play. Feels like I'm doing the Kafka quest in Majora's Mask, switching between the two of them like this. First time I ever did that, I failed it, I am very sad to say. My brain was not large enough. Come on, down you get, Dave. It's actually a pretty good animation there as well. How many frames is that? It's got this fluid look to it, which I do appreciate a lot. Alright, hopefully you can chill out there whilst our other friend barely makes his way through. That's right, more game mechanics, more better, don't you know? Oh, no. Oh boy, he can swim. So what is the full aquatic race called in Dominions? There's, one of the first ones I played, Atlantis, but Atlantis is secretly a land nation. Rat, okay. Pull it, hold it, Dave, waddle on through. I wonder if I could crush Dave. In games with things like that, I always like to see what happens if I just squish a character and... Okay, no, the answer is Dave is too muscular. The thing can't even rise up again. Alright, I imagine... Get away from that. I imagine I need you inside here. And let's spin you right. Okay, no, perhaps not then. Nice for variety, but most of these wee things are quite set pieces. Oh, we can't even breach the surface. Pelagians? Pelagians. Don't know, like I say, I'm not experienced with the aquatic races of Dominions. Not even fighting them, because if they're in the water, you just generally ignore the water. A land nation is not going to hack it against a water nation without extreme investment, and then you're not investing in your land, and you'll get slaughtered on the land. Oh man, Dominions is on the mind now. It's okay, just 7 more days, I think. 1 week and we can dom it up around here. Squish the fish. Squish the fish. Oh. This feels pretty Super Mario Land, doesn't it? It even gives you that little bit to squeeze through. Alright, go Dave, go. Womp. Oh, what do you mean game over? I was down in the wee hidey hole. Okay, I see. That's a little rough around the edge. Okay, the Pantocrantor does indeed call, and I'm there to pick up the phone. Oh, no. I think I've gotten more game overs here than I have throughout the entire game of fishing. Oh, no. I'm still at. I wanted to click sprint, but instead I clicked kill Dave. Oh, you know how it is, young. After Vampire Survivors haven't been the same. Alright, let's not get greedy. Let's just chill out here. Credit where it's due, it can't be easy to move around on land with that kind of get-up. Do I want to jump down into the water and reunite? Apparently not. To get another one of those lighty orb things down here. Dave, make it happen. Yeah, that's right. I'm planning on running some more Vampire Survivor clones. You gonna move, Dave, or what's happening here? Oh, it can be dropped down there. Tomorrow. I've got about 5 different Vampire Survivor games, including Vampire Survivor itself. Contemplating giving the same challenge another go, but this time with my brilliant mind. Not entirely sure about that though. I mean, I'm not enamored with the idea of even more Vampire Survivoring. I've since played 2 other games and I thought both of them were better than Vampire Survivors, but we shall see. You saw spam play, now you know how to beat it in one now. There's a thing, I have the information which I did not have before. Nothing quite like being yelled at by people who know a game inside out. Ooh, is that going to be a problem? Maybe I need to come back and activate that in a wee bit to continue the light moving around. So many doohickeys here. I like Vampire Survivor more for the absolute clown car mechanics it throws at you. It's like Dave the Diver. The sheer amount of meta progression is quite the turn-off for me. I really liked 20 minutes till dawn. I'll definitely be playing some of that tomorrow. All of these games seem to have so much bleeding meta progression though, but fortunately in 20 minutes till dawn, it was trivial to just go into the game file and just unlock hardest mode right there. Because it did that Slay the Spire thing of, hey, you want to play in hardest mode? Well, play on all the easier modes, all 15 of them, to completion. No siree, I think I will not. Just give me the hardest mode here and now. So I did, and then crushed it. Of course, it was off stream, and as we know, if it didn't happen on stream, it didn't happen. I guess my Ryukyu World Conquest never happened. That's where it all started. Oh god, we control them both at the same time now? Tube worm path, penetrating sea currents? Okay. Okay. This isn't confusing in the slightest. I'm using both the analog sticks to control them. Fortunately, my ginormous brain, this isn't too challenging. Oh, that was slick. Real freaking slick. What was the thing about two of them going together against the currents? Oh, bye-bye. I did not like that. Alright, let's use our mind then. I need Fish Boy to swim against the current, so you go through here. This kind of feels like I'm playing the Lost Vikings. Oh. Yeah, down to people getting squished all the time. Maybe Trine would be a more recent and reasonable comparison. Oh, do we both want to pick this thing up? Oh, we can actually just move the whole thing. There we go then. Mechanics for the mechanic, god. Which button? Which button? Okay, perhaps all the buttons. Do we have to leg it? Oh, okay. Also okay, right, I see what's going on. Challenging my ability to control both of them at the same time by putting me under pressure. Physical pressure. I feel no pressure. Let's go. Oh god, oh god. See, not a problem. Moke, Dave's a beast. Actually picking up this whole thing. Yeah, that's another thing. The chain is also frighteningly solid. Do we want to go further up? No, I dare say we do not. Don't think Dave is your average human here. It's like that picture that compares the average Serb to the average Turk. And the average Turk is Solomon the Magnificent. Oh yeah, I'd like to say that that level of Balkan poster came from Time at Paradox, but no, that was from long before. Oh my, I guess he's not wrong there. Well, not to worry, I've got my... Ooh, easy now, easy now. As I was saying, not to worry, I've got this. Surely there's no hope of standing up against grenades. Right up the arse as well. No! How can this be? Oh, oh boy. I thought that was one of the things that I could hide behind, but no. Sawface just took care of that in no time. Yeah, I'm not sure I've ever eaten shark, but I would really like to rectify that at some point. I didn't notice shark on the menu at either of the sushi places that I went to in Budapest. Oh, I don't think it's done. Making very industrial sounding noises. Oh, hello. Just shoot you up the body hole when you... Uh-oh. You've had regular sushi, Jake. It tastes the same. You're not one of these Philistines that think all fish taste the same, are you, Nix? You're in Germany now, you should lavish raw meat. Except Zingus doesn't for some reason. Oh, Naffle, that's grim. I do like raw meat, but fish isn't meat. Zingus coming in, the great Catholic that he is. Doesn't matter. Still a virgin in the eyes of God. I don't actually know why Catholics don't eat meat on Sundays. It is Sundays, right? Maybe it's Fridays. My ecumenical knowledge is lacking in every sense. This feels like a trap. My trap senses are going off the charts. Maybe that big scary skeleton creature is going to appear again. You ate prawns, does that count? No, because prawns get cooked. Unless you actually had raw prawn, in which case... I've never had it raw. Okay, so our long and elaborate quest of getting the 3 MacGuffins has paid off. And that gets us into the ancient control room, which should let us fit... Oh, okay. Is that actually going to open up? Go and check it out, Dave. We will fix the tree to help the fish people, although I'm still not entirely sure why we're doing any of that. I can see why Dr. Bacon would be interested in it. But Dave? What's Dave's investment in all of this? Are raw prawns safe? I don't know. I can't imagine them being that tasty. Now, prawns are delicious, but raw prawns? Start hunting the fish people. That would come with some ethical quandaries. Which side are we allowed to eat? Would we kill them, just chop off the tail end and eat that, or do we nose to tail them? They're only demi-humans. Oh, Moses! We ate the Hebrews. That must sound awful out of context. Awfully good. Ooh, it's Watson. I'd love to say that all Watsons are scumbags, but actually my closest friend way back when I was just a wee itty bitty boy was called Watson. Alright, so he's been the most gimmicky fight of the game so far. Is he going to have another gimmick now? Last time I had to use his own rockets against him. Maybe I can close him in this and crush him, or maybe once again we can use his explosives again. Whoa, okay. That seems tricky to avoid. Ah, but much like the... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's doing absolutely nothing. I don't have a bat to bat them back at him this time. Ah, perhaps these explosives can open up the way to the... Oh, okay, then that simplifies matters. I think I mentioned it before, but the mocks they use for the fish are really quite nice. Nuanced. Right? They're not high fidelity, but they're kind of like that. I don't know, it's like a Mega Man Legends style 3D poly, but actually done to a relatively high degree of detail. Alright, what are we to do? Come now? Dave? Dave? There we go. Get a little antsy like this. Can I also do regular damage? That's a yes. There's no sense in not doing it, I imagine. Oh, this is an unfortunate place to be. Okay. Oh, what was a man to do? Swim faster. Yeah, it was quite the screen wipe of fire there. Well, more power to the ancient fish. All the more reason to consume it. What's the answer to that? No, my current answer is get some bleeding air, Dave. It's very nice of the game to let you skip the first fight. In general, the game feels rather casual in a lot of ways, but I don't mean that in a degradatory sense. I'm not playing this game to feel hardcore after all. Okay. That wasn't happening. Certainly not feeling hardcore now. I need to get Duff a body pillow or something to thank him for this grenade launcher. So what happened to Watson? Is he just very dead? This game hasn't killed anyone so far as I'm aware. Hardcore. Did I say Dave? I meant Duff. Yeah, I gotta thank Duff for the grenade launcher. There's the man, the myth, the legend, the juggernaut in the making. Juggernaut. Boy, I could sure play a game that features juggernauts. Okay, if there is one thing that I'd like to bring up that's not so hot about the game, it's the infuriating amount of time gating that it does. There are constant comeback tomorrows and comeback laters. Anyway, one thing for sure, I am eating you. Isn't Avorion about to get a Behemoth update? It already had, and in fact I've already played it and destroyed the Behemoths. They're actually a DPS race. They're not very threatening as enemies go, especially when you're at the stage where you could jump towards them when they appear. But they challenge you to output an absurd amount of DPS to kill them. But if you get a fleet and you arm them with incredibly powerful late-game weapons, preferably custom ones that you make yourself, you absolutely can kill them. They drop a lot of stuff. And they drop unique modules, which I actually don't think are very good. Well, that's unfair, but I wasn't the biggest fan of them. I wouldn't say no point in fighting them. They're a nice late game threat to work your way towards. It can feel in Avorion that once you get loads of money and you've made it to the center and you've set up your economy and everything, it feels like you have nothing to use it against. You ever play an RPG and there's no optional bosses or anything, so you make a super strong party and you just have nothing to crush with it? That can feel very disheartening, I think. So Behemoths give you a late game test of your mettle. I just wish they fought back a bit better. Ah, Avorion. But true ending New Game Plus runs are for you. That's why I'm talking about games that don't have that. Like Secret of Mana, for example. I don't think there's a... Are there any optional bosses in Secret of Mana? Anything optional to fight at all that's a test of your... Well, I wouldn't say skill. There's no skill involved in Secret of Mana, just magic spamming. Anything to test your grinding, I suppose. I love that look on Dave. Such a look of disgust at the treatment that he has received. Okay, truth be told, I'm focusing on the story here, so I doubt I'm going to be going out of my way for Satoshi. But I should check my farm. The one with Sharwood, that was... Oh, Crivens, what was that? I've done a very good job of suppressing from my memory what that was. Trials of Mana.
Huh. Yeah. Ah.
Final Fantasy IX had Ozma. Oh boy. Remember the first time I found Ozma and I just thought, how in God's name am I meant to kill this thing? I did eventually... No, not the sushi place. I did eventually kill Ozma, but it was a tight one. He counters just about everything. Which in games that you can make yourself almost arbitrarily strong, it is nice to have something to measure yourself up against.
Come on. You
Yeah, you're out. Check the weather for fog. I have really been wanting to see the dredge content. I don't think we've had a single foggy day so far. We must be 3 weeks into the game or so. Eggs. Oh, well that's okay. We've got the chickens already. We already find the olive oil underwater. Wheat, though. Wheat. Could be of concern. Alright, Veggie Farm Man, help me out. Maybe I need to buy some wheaty seeds off of you. Yeah, there we go, wheat seeds. Mark me down for 3 of those, pretty please. Rainy day, no need to water. How about them eggs though? Got any for me, Mr. Hot Pepper Tuna?
check. Hit it.
My chance of grade A eggs. The one chicken will do just fine. Harvest Moon has taught me 1 chicken is all you need for a chicken empire. There's no need to fertilize eggs in Harvest Moon back to nature, but there is a need to fertilize your livestock. You actually get a pregnancy medicine to use on them, which is more intimate than anything you do with your wife. You even sleep in separate beds. Right, what are we having for din-dins tonight? Oh, man. Dangerous game to be looking at. Let's just shove it all on there. Ooh, right, yeah. Narwhal meat. It's a good opportunity to get the yumminess that we've been needing for a long time. Let's do it. And we go even further beyond. That's 240 yumminess. Next rank up, however, requires 250 yumminess. Do we invest in the narwhal? Or do we not worry about it? Worrying is just not what I'm up for. So let's go and have those narwhals available for all. Looking good. Two things. One, I do wish auto supply was the norm, but on top of that, it'd be nice if there was a hotkey for it rather than having to switch the menu the whole time. Right, everybody go and work for me. I'll be working hard grating sushi for you. Upgrading is a long-term investment. Yeah, I'm not really thinking long-term in the game. I want to beat the story. I don't want to max this out like I'm playing Rune Factory 4. Come on guys, work hard for me. I'm doing my part. Wasabi. I have tried to like wasabi, but I don't see the appeal. It's just, here's an ingredient that's going to make your mouth burn a whole lot. A place I like to go drinking at in Budapest. They serve you wasabi nuts as a side. Oh gosh, that's hot. They even have a wee animation for him grating it up, and you notice, but he's hunched over at the back and grinding up that wasabi for everyone. I'm not going to pour a beer, I'll only do it badly. I don't think I've poured a single perfect beer. Supposedly it's a palate cleanser. I've built up my spice tolerance over the year, but wasabi is still just tastes of fire to me. Excellent. Will you hire El Nino to help serve? You can only have 2 servers as far as I'm aware. It'd be nice to have a 3rd one out. Although I could also level up the ones I have, or get rid of the useless starter one that I've had for a long time. Even Beluga knows Bancho Sushi's a must visit. Don't know if liking things does anything, but let's not bother. It's a nice running joke that Bancho is terrible at taking photos. I think every time you find his ones are out of focus or otherwise off. Yeah, there we go, he gets sun glare on his own photo there. He's got that one smeared. He's checking out the lady at the back. Oh man, even at such low res, that sushi looks so good. It's a shame that my only sushi option here in Sea of Folk is bloody awful. Come on, I live by a lake. Surely they can get some nice fresh fish here and make some decent stuff. But no, it's California rolls are bust around here, which is always sad. Right, weather app. I am on the look for some fog, and I just can't get some fog. Tragic times. Alright, let's go fishing. I far prefer the pickled ginger as a palate cleanser when having sushi. Mmm, nah, that's good stuff. I'm not usually a big fan of ginger, but it is absolutely a good palate cleanser. Alright, narwhal. Maybe I really should focus on... Ah, crumbs. How about we focus our shots for a change? Don't worry about it, Dave. It's all good. Take the whole thing back. Yeah, take the whole thing back. On reflection, maybe I should have focused on getting the narwhal tastiness up. Figured Hungarian cuisine was mostly herd animals. They like their meat around here, that's for sure. And I love doing big pots over an open fireplace. But aside from the significant difficulty of finding good cheese in this country, I'm more than satisfied with the food options here in Hungary. Okay, well I suppose again, hard to find really good sushi, even in Budapest. There were two places that did good sushi, but I want really good sushi. I don't mind paying good money for excellent food. Oh, I love it down here in the glacial area. It's a shame this is the last place to get to. It's just so cozy. Feels so much like I'm enjoying playing some Donkey Kong. At least in terms of ambience. The music, the look of it. The idea that there are certain kinds of fish that you only get here, it's all lovely. Which were the two sushi places? I went to Okoyami Sushi, I think it was called, and Sushi Ocean. Can we still get in here? That's a no. I didn't have a high hope for Sushi Ocean when I saw it, but it ended up being really good. It was either run by Thai or Taiwanese people there. There was certainly a Thai in there somewhere. Gotta go check them out. Yeah, what was the name of it? Okoyami Sushi? Yep, that's bothering me now. Well, that shouldn't take more than a few seconds to check. If I can find my browser. It was called Okuyama. Oscar Kilo Uniform Yankee Alpha Mike Alpha. Okuyama Sushi. And that was just one guy in a fairly underground and very Spartanly decorated restaurant. And when I saw that, immediately hopes were high. I was like, okay, here's a guy that's just passionate about sushi. Can't put a price on passion, can we? Ultimately, what I ended up with was good, but I wasn't left reeling going, holy moly, that was truly mouth-wateringly amazing. No, what left me feeling like that was a dish that I got at Sushi Show in Sweden, Stockholm, Odenplan. Sushi Show. I mean, it did cost about €100, but I got, I think it was about a 14-course chef special set with paired drink. Yeah, that was good. Does anything leave you with a blown away impression? In terms of food, yeah. In fact, it's something that comes up with my friends is they hate my reactions to food sometimes because I'm like, oh wow, that was amazing, so good, and they're like, it was okay. Calm down, Jake. It was okay. I'm not gonna say food I think was amazing. It's just okay though. Any standout reviews on TripAdvisor there, Ninja? Also TripAdvisor? You're telling me it's not on the Japanese... Oh, forgive me for forgetting the name of it. Your Japanese foodie website. Ah yes, Tabedog. Thank you. Easy name. Can't believe I forget it. Yes, table log, sure. We've got a hefty amount of allowance here. Where are those big schools of fish that I can just nuke with one shot? Pardon me, that feels good, but I'm sure I'd get much better quality out of netting. They don't put inferior foreign restaurants on tap. Okay. I don't recall having amazing sushi in Japan, though, which struck me as odd. But I did have some pretty damn good okonomiyaki. God, I love okonomiyaki. What's your favorite gun in the game? I just can't say no to grenade launcher. There's just something so wonderful about the juxtaposed nature of an M32 that you're using underwater. Everything's so serene, and then la 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 la, boom! Feels good. Feels great. Although it's almost abhorrent that at this stage in the game, the fish can survive. I do feel quite under-equipped at this stage in the game, but... not a concern. I know Krebsig is there backseating every step of the way about how to play this game, but I'm not concerned about maxing out anything in this. I'm not even caring about my farms, because that's not what I'm here for. This game has a lot of different mechanics, but so far I think the only one that's really realized well is the actual diving. Going down, finding the fish, hunting the fish, it all feels so good. And it ties into the other main aspect of the game really well. I don't dislike that there are all the other systems in the game, but it's not what I'm here to do. And fortunately it's pretty much all, aside from the set pieces in the story, it all seems to be very optional. If you actually did like Vampire Survivor, you might like Holocure. Well, Yoshiba-san, if you can tilt your head down about 2 degrees and check the schedule, tomorrow is set to be a VS clone day for me. I've got about 5 different games or so in the Vampire Survivors bullet hell roguelite genre. Oh crumbs, that's the school of fish I wanted to blow up, but now I can't not kill this fish. Although I'm out of ammo, so maybe I can not kill this fish. What do I have? I've got Vampire Survivors itself. I may or may not give it another run through. 20 minutes till dawn. Marriage Witch? Something that sounds like those words. Oh, whoa! You crept up on me before, now you're doing it again. I don't appreciate. Holocure, yes. Oh, I just saw the ammo there as well. Alright, time for some much needed revenge. And you. Oh, okay, never mind then. Bone something or other? Something about raising skeletons. Bone mincer? Bone grinder? No, that's Dominions talking to me again. But yeah, I've got a bunch of different games. I've obviously already played Vampire Survivors, and I've played a fair bit of 20 minutes till dawn, but not on stream, and if it's not on stream, it didn't happen, right? Once you get past the teeth, surely it's not that scary being inside a fish. Couldn't you just push your way out? I can't be that sturdy. Holy moly, you are heavy though. Greenland shark. Bone Razor, that one's good. Yeah, Razor, of course, you're raising the dead. Why would it not be called Bone Razor? Thank you. Golly gosh, I'm getting ruined there. How many shots is this going to take? You ever seen the inside of a shark's mouth? It's horrifying. Yeah, but like I said, past the teeth, it doesn't seem all that bad. One thing I actually do want to do while I'm down here is realize my unrealized dreams of engaging in a little bit more seahorse racing. How can I say no to some gambling? Now we've got the Rune Factory style quest board, which will be completely ignored because why would I want their money? The answer is I'm told that it's good for late game upgrades, but I don't swim that way. Actually, this is taking forever. Give me that beluga. Yeah, the chihuahuas all over again. And I again heard the idea that always bet on Lucky Clover because it has the best odds out of any of them. And once again I say, please show me proof. Show me where in the game it actually gives an advantage to Lucky Clover, because I have a feeling this is my uncle works at Nintendo levels of playground rumors. Haven't found it substantiated anywhere. Alright, hang on. Surely I got a bunch more. Oh, crumbs. No, I sent all my seahorses to be food, didn't I? In that case I might have a bit of a hard time winning here on the A race. Oh gosh, it goes above A. S rankers. Alright, well, it matters not. Get in there, white seahorse. How does this one work again? I think I gotta mash. And then you gotta be the human metronome and just keep it up there. Just ruin everybody else's day. Utter domination, the Ronnie O'Sullivan of Seahorse Racing. That's just a much better way of making money than going and find people's lost hairbrushes and whatnot. No, I'm not winning that one though. How about this one? I know you're a bit knackered, but maybe you can get out there anyway. Jay will not forget the money lost on Chihuahuas to his dying day. Oh, crumbs, come on now. A poor start for sure, and a poor follow-up. But what matters is that finish line. There we go. Drink these sea people dry of their little dosh. I got inspired to play Frostpunk again watching your old vids. I also heard some comments, especially around Christmas time, of people that find that that's their go-to game for winter time. But I am well and truly done with the game, and I'm sitting in the Frostpunk 2 waiting lobby. Someday, right? Someday. Alright, decent enough catch to come back with. I think I'll just advance time. I want to see where the story is going and not spend every aching hour grinding up fish that I don't honestly think I'm going to have much use for. But I do want a foggy day. Is that too much to ask? Also, it's always nice to see... Oh, I was going to do this in different places and see him relaxing. Right, if that's the case... What happens when he chills out at the farm? I'd completely forgotten about Frostpunk 2, says Floopsy Doodle. So did 11-bit. Oh. Must be coming up for a year since they told me. Oh, don't worry, still working on it. Da 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 da. Oh, that's so cool. They even have a nighttime one for him, so he's too busy playing on his Switch and or Steam Deck to actually work. And all we have are expenses. Interesting. What happens if you go broke in this game? Can you actually game over? One wonders how that would even be possible in this game.
Check. Yeah. No.
Oh, now that would be grim. You imagine that? One of those games that has a secret, incredibly dark part to it, and they just end up carving up Dave. Okay, I have a feeling that ignoring my farm cost me a fair bit here. Should rice be flowering like that? Maybe so, maybe no. Where's that blue spotted stargazer anyway? Should check that on my list. We gonna talk, Sammy, or?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't need to worry about coming to the chicken farm when you're busy. We've got the egg storage box.
Yeah. Get out.
We're RimWorld now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Baron, if anybody could explore debt in Dave the Diver, I'm sure it would be you. It's been a long time since you've really engaged in some Baronomics, right? I don't think you've been playing a lot of economy-oriented games lately. You did the run-through of Caesar 3, which was great to watch, by the way. When are you going to do that again for the military campaign? Although the military missions really aren't as exciting as the so-called peaceful missions, are they? Right. I was planning on just skipping by, not really caring about what this guy needs, but I couldn't let my man Bancho down. So the question is, where or what is that fish that I'm looking for? A blue spotted stargazer at 130 to 250. Blue spotted stargazer, but how do I know what it looks like? Shallows depth. It's probably a glacial one at that depth, right? I guess if I'd already had it, it would be here, wouldn't it? Blue spotted stargazer, 130 to 250. Then it's not in the glacial area, is it? It'll be in the before glacial area. Ah, there it is. Fat belly, not nocturnal, white on the bottom, kind of sewage water on the top with an upwards mouth. Alright, we see it, we grab it. Do I want or need anything before I go down there? Surely it's not important. However, I should tag this on my to-do. There we go. Oh, and apparently I need to phone Ellie. Making phone calls. Who even does that these days?
No. What to do? Where'd it go?
Even more new things added to the game. It just doesn't stop, does it?
Yeah.
Talk to Dua as well. I doubt I can phone those people, right? No, I'd have to go down and talk to them. But do I want to? I'm not sure I do. Let's get down. I've got a VIP quest to take care of. Now we're going to see what's beyond the roots that are being melted away. And I'll be sure to keep my drone usage for that big fish. However, nothing saying I have to keep this for anything. Yummy, yummy. And apparently that was new. You're taking a dive. Scared of you, shark friend, in fact. Time to prove Dave's superiority. Oh right, the little friends don't like me either, do they? I'm gonna get blasted here, but that's far from a problem. We learned all of our fishing techniques from John Watson. Clownfish, that feels like so long ago. Alright, enough messing around. I need to get down to 130 plus and find that... I've already forgotten the name of it. But that whatever fish. And some more ammunition wouldn't go amiss either. Did John Watson die in the megafauna attack? Certainly didn't look like he lived. I didn't see an escape pod ejection or anything. I saw him get slammed and explode. Perhaps it's one of those left to the audience's imagination. What was the fate of John Watson? Instant depressurization at 500 meters below as well. That cannot be safe for anything. Black tiger shrimp. Recently got myself a big old bag of tiger prawns here. I was loathed to pay 10 quid or so for a bag of them, but prawns are so nice. So tasty. Is that it? No, it doesn't look to be the right colors at all. And I'm not at the right depth either, am I? Let's continue down. Into a dead end, because I do not remember the layout of this place whatsoever. I will say it feels so good to just be sitting back and not playing DDR right now. I might love playing DDR, but that just makes the break feel all the better. I have truly bottomed out today. I hit the physical limits. Which is a shame. Really thought I could have made it on the song there. You Make Me Feel song. But doubles is exhausting. 2 hours of doubles, extremely exhausting. You did grand. Yeah, the thing about performance is it's difficult to gauge it without a comparison, a benchmark if you will. I just need someone else to be playing to... Hang on, is that the little bugger? It is. Huh. I thought it would be one of those big things that you need to kill and carve up, or kill and then take back. I'd love to see Pizza beat Max Generations. He was close. Even though Pizza's incredibly good at DDR, I didn't think even he could make it that far in Max Generations, but that's clearly just me projecting, because he did so much better than I could ever dream of doing at that song. Are these things even possible to catch with your hook? Well, if I don't land my shots, I guess we'll never know. Come on. And one more go. As long as I think it's actually landing. No, I think you just kill them. That is sad. Maybe there's a way to net them, but I got what Bancho is after. Oh, we've been out of luck on the dredge content. There hasn't been any fog all game, at least as far as I could tell. Alright, you know what? I got the fish. I'm going to go to nighttime. Dave can enjoy reading and or playing on his Nintendo Switch. What do you think Dave reads and plays on his Switch or Steam Deck? Duff is clearly the one playing the idle master games and whatnot. What would Dave be playing? Honey Pop, Rune Factory 5. Oh god. Not sure if I regret the 80 hours I put into Rune Factory 5, but I did want to explore its content. In the end, though, I could take no more, and I just went onto YouTube and found someone who'd made a recording of all of the dating and marriage events. I watched all of them. Well, I watched all the female ones. Not Californian enough to watch the ploughing of Cecil. But I did watch Reinhardt's, that was good. I didn't watch Fuka either, because spare the family dog, will we? Yeah, Rune Factory 5 was a poor entry for the series. I would rather play 3, and I would always choose 4. Rune Factory 4 is so good. You mentioned elsewhere you're doing a fairly limited calorie budget recently. Have you noticed an impact on energy levels when exercising? Not when lifting. I wouldn't be surprised if it had some effect on getting tired or faster when playing DDR. Alright, Yui, lay it on me. Yeah, I've often toyed with the idea of... Oh, hang on, I'll let us play it first. After all, this is where the game truly shines. I've been lifting weights since I was 18, McGroin. I love working out with weights. What? Hold on, I didn't agree to this. It's WarioWare now. Okay, so what are you looking for? Just chop? Who chops an onion in quarters like that? Maybe if I'm gonna roast them. Cut the head, yeah, okay. Hold down, okay. Nyeh. 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 Come on, game. You're just making me hungrier now. Down, around, stir it around, up and over. Okay, we're getting starchy. I see what we're doing here. So I can bench 100 kilos and I can squat and deadlift 150. Old McGroin was asking that, right? Yeah. What are we doing here? I think if I really pushed it, I could squat more than that, but man, a good squat can really take it out of you. I'm not keen on crushing myself under that. But maybe that's just bravado talking. If I could do it, I would do it, right? Yeah, squats are really draining. Can't believe this game. Every 20 minutes or so, a new gameplay element. Ooh. Oh. That banjo's so cool. Well, less cool when we had that visual novel part of it. Thank you. Alright, easy money, but there is still yet money to be made, so let's sort out that menu. Yeah, so I've long had the... I long found it quite appealing, the idea of limited food budget. In fact, there's a channel I watch that does a limited food budget where he gets, I think it's £1 and he has to eat food for the day on that, things like that. And I thought, yeah, it'd be quite fun to have a situation where you're limited in what you can have, so you gotta make it count. But rather than money, what if we did calories? So I gave myself 1600 a day. So I gotta make it count. And I gotta say, I've fallen out of love with a lot of calorifically dense items these days. Alright, I know it's a lot, but we're going to max out the narwhal just so I can get this tastiness counter up. Get that one dish served. And then fill the rest of the menu up with things that I actually have numbers of. At times it's been difficult, and it's really opened my eyes to just how many calories are in a lot of things that I eat normally. Do love myself some nice breakfast cereal, and then when you're like, oh, okay, Sure, they say a normal serving of this is 30 grams, but who eats 30 grams of a breakfast cereal? Nobody I know. Alright, get to work, Manderlings. That wouldn't be a challenge if it wasn't low, Zingus. I feel like even going up to 1800 or 2000 would be way too easy. But 1600, now that's challenging. I'll pour you a nice drink there, sir. Calories are a crappy unit anyway. I'm sure that's not without merit, but it's a fairly standardized way of counting something, and if you're on track on calories, you're probably going to be on track on everything else unless you're eating absolute garbage. And I cook almost all of my own food with glorious locally available fresh ingredients, so I'm hard-pressed to think that what I'm eating is terrible. I'm gonna have to pour a beer, aren't I? I'm no good at pouring beer. In fact, I'm awful at it. I don't even know how much head they want. Not that, though. That was a mistake. Funny, I never imagined my real-life lack of experience with beer would actually chase me into video games. I can't stand beer, though. I have tried so many beers, and all of them have been not to my taste. How are his dishes not running out? Did they add something new? I have them on auto supply, so there must have been about 40 or so dishes available. Does it say how many we sold? No, it doesn't, but hey, we did alright. Top sale of the haddock sushi, but what about the taste? Alright, is today the day, bacon? Bacon. I'm not sure I can get the upgrades that I want for you, Dave. I did want to upgrade the grenade launcher to its 3rd tier, but... Oh Christ, Marlin. Never did go and get that Marlin. Right, first and foremost, can I upgrade you further? No, but holy moly, that's a lot of stuff. Opal ores, fragments. You ask, too much duff, but I'm fairly certain tier 2 grenade launcher. It's got me through everything else, why would it not get me through here? On top of that... Let's just make sure that we're able to kick ass whatever comes our way. And... Oh, who needs these? Let's get to work. Can't speak of what they added though, Bright Hammer. I just started playing this game a few weeks ago. Didn't touch it during early access or similar. Ice gun. A bone-chilling gun to freeze anything. A shiver runs down my spine. That's not the gun. This is the gun. Is it actually freezing them? It matters not. That's basically how we do it with my girlfriend. For at least a month now, we do 1800. It's really annoying to weigh everything. I thought that would get tiring pretty fast, but I actually enjoy weighing them out and counting them out. Having the mathematics background that I do, it's certainly no bother to count these things out. And it can be fun to think, oh god, I really need to fill myself up, but I don't have a lot of calories, so let's find something that's filling and low calorie. And then then you go online and you're like, okay, what's filling and low calories? And they say, have you tried eating 10 almonds? And I'm like, 10 almonds? Who on God's green earth is filled up by 10 almonds? And I don't even like almonds. I like their texture, but their taste I could give or take. Oh yeah, let's send Dave into this volcanic vent. Oh wait, there's a new region? Freaking duff. I just noticed now he's got a little mouse next to him, so it looks like he's sitting back in a sofa but using a mouse on an armrest. I wouldn't like that. I like to be very close to the screen that I'm using, even after I surgically augmented my eyes. When I'm using a computer, I do want to be close to the screen. Come on, Dave, use those hulking great muscles of yours. Oh, okay, perhaps not. Perhaps we're going to load that up with stones and such, if we can find any. Can I just pick you up, or are you going to be a problem? Oh, okay. Hadn't seen this creature before. I assumed it was, well, going to be a problem. It's also a lot heavier than it looks. It's the end of the road for you now, Dave. Oh, okay, let's not hit those, shall we? But maybe I have to. Have we considered that? Megalo what now? Remember, every fish in this game is supposedly real. Oh, I think they're respawning, right? I better act fast. Oh, Perhaps I don't need to destroy all these to proceed. Perhaps there is something else I must do. Ah, they can be picked up, okay. Thought I'd try that earlier, but wouldn't be the first time I'm mistaken, but it might be the last. Zashi. Okay, time to broil ourselves one of these. Come on. I suppose this guy was doing me a favor, wasn't he? There are already 3 of you, so lock 1, block 2, and I bet that one that fell down is going to move before I get a chance to grab the third one, right? Yeah. Their menacing appearance reminds me of Doom Shrooms from Plants vs. Zombies. A game that I put in the great category, because it really is great. No! Stay! Boy, this must be somebody's fear. But the thing about this region is it doesn't even feel like I'm underwater. It just feels like I'm playing a platformer that I can fly in. Very generous on the oxygen as well. I wonder if some people do 0 upgrade runs of this game. No, there's no way that could be possible. You'd be hemorrhaging oxygen with the lowest level suit at this point, right? Right? This means that I can grab one of those shiny fruit things and bring them over. Who could be scared of being trapped underwater and slowly drowning? Yeah, who indeed? Looks spooky inside. Oh, Dave. Oh, what a great idea, C-Space. I'm glad you had it. Also feel the need to apologize, C-Space. I keep mixing up your name with C-Fusions. Not that I in any way mistake the two of you as people, but... No, both your names start with C. What's the man to think? C-Fusion certainly never made Greater Denmark ideas. Nobody's accusing you of anything there, young. Oh, okay, well maybe I didn't need you. Jing, someone's used Velvet Embrace down here. Oh, see, there he goes, making the mistake again. Come on, Dark Young, get it together. Whoa, 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 whoa. That didn't go how I'd intended it to go. That's more like it. But are they going to keep popping out? That's my question. Actually, hold the phone there because I thought this would be a boss fight arena. It's not. After all, it gave us ammo and oxygen, but I may as well make use of you. No, it's that scene from Aliens. What was it, Alien versus Predator? Where's the one that they're glued to the wall? An egg opens up, they wrestle free a gun from someone else who's been alien impregnated and shoots it, and then it reveals that there are hundreds more. I think that was Alien vs. Predator. I think that, because I'm pretty sure I never watched any of the original. Alright, you gonna work with me? Let's go. Yeah, xenomorph sushi. Mmm. We're gonna use this here? Was I foolish to think that I was gonna melt my way through with that? I'm pretty sure Dave even said what there is to do, but if you think I was paying attention, you are thinking wrong. Ah, of course. We have this. Don't worry, we came well equipped for this Dave the Diver, although they're not getting together for me. Yeah. Yes! We meant to move this around? There we go. Oh, right. We can actually turret section them down. Badass. I've got no problem with... Oi, 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 none of that. This sounds so... in-pained, stressed. Harkens back to the 7th generation of gaming where turret sections suddenly became mandatory in all games. Were they ever fun? Even Bully didn't have a fun mandatory turret section. Dead Space had that bleeding protect the shit from the asteroids section. Oh, that was bad. Scarface, The World Is Yours has a forced turret section when you're flying around in a helicopter. I even know why you were doing it. I think you had to liberate a boat or something. Scarface was a great game, best GTA clone I've ever played, but it was certainly hauled down by having to check off a lot of boxes and what they think they need to have in a GTA clone. Oh no. They're sapping the divine tree. Clearly. Clearly the answer's right here. I need to do the final sap. Unhand that ancient tree. It's nice to see that he doesn't have any problems doing infanticide against the xenomorphs, but it seems we're going to have to put down mummykins as well. Is it just me, or is the music sounding kind of Metroid-like too? Yeah, maybe it's more Metroid than Alien. Inspiration here. Gosh, wonder if we can eat this thing. Bancho, get the knife. Oh, it wasn't serious. Freaking Duff. Was your friend Duff half as cool as this young? He was one of the worst humans I've ever met. High praise. Alright, let's have that, Dave. What are we even meant to do? R2 to 5. Oh, crikey, look at what we've become! Another twist on the genre palette. We're a shmup. We're R-type. We're parodious. Or Arkanoid when you get the gun upgrade. Couldn't believe I actually played Arkanoid Do It Again on an arcade machine. And it's a whole lot harder because the control is a little knob that you twist. And controlling yourself finally with that, I found more than tricky. I'm sure at some point, Baron, we can't call these mini-games. The game are all these little mini-games. Forgive me, Sensei. We must go all out. Just this once. Oh, okay, no kidding about the change of damage output there, but is that really all that good? It's as good as firing 20 times, right? And I can fire 20 times quite a bit safer. He says. Oh, not this again. Okay. Lucky is pretty good at shmups, but I am awful at them. I just can't hack it. Couldn't do UN Squadron, couldn't do Super R-Type. Could barely perform in Parodius. I don't know what it is about the genre, but I am just arse at it. Sheer unadulterated arse. And that's not a new problem. I played a fair bit of R-Type back when I was a wee boy. Need to play more Toho. I've played plenty of Toho. Up again, achievement for not using the time stop. Let the killer instinct flow through you, Dave. None of this, if I kill it, I'll just be as bad as them. Or what is it? If I kill you, the number of killers doesn't change. which is the wrong way to look at things, you know. If you just kill a lot more killers, then there'll be a net decrease, right? Why is the world so full of dumb? Yeah, I've got this purple bar in the bottom left. What is that? Staring at it just cost me there. It's probably a time slowing juice. Ah, clever. Oh boy, not doing so clever now, come on. As Dave said, we need to finish this. Oh goodness, forgive me for hoping that we'd get some oxygen. Why are we fleeing all of a sudden? Because we have to get all the different gameplay elements in. I think it was an ending part of the game Cybernator, aka Assault Suit Vulcan, played out like this. Very sad, I didn't manage to beat that game. I tried. Yeah, it's Gen 1 Hyper Beam, it doesn't have cooldown. The game does absolutely everything, even does Power of Friendship. Also the wimpy guy's taking the top part there. He's really just the cheerleader of the group. Oh, wow. Epilogue already? Right, well then, time for celebrations. Maybe finally other people can do some work and Dave can just take the afternoon off. Where's Cobra? Okay, diving not an option.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
엉덩이야. 하쇼. 알다. 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 하쇼.
There's no justice in the world if we can't have a Dave fandom.
나시요? 아기야기. 오늘이 나시요? 당연요.
Yeah.
오늘이
슈슈?
형님이다. 여다. 맞아. 여다.
오늘이 내일이 어떻게 그냥 맛이다 맞아요 우리 어떻게
Yeah.
I was all ready to say my goodbyes, but okay, I'm going to assume this is just a dream sequence. What are we at here? I'm going to catch these. You already finished the game, so congrats, I suppose. Yeah. What a ride. What a great game. In fact, this might even be the best game that I ever don't want to play. Looks great, such amazing style, and I do like the diving, but honestly, this game has too much. Too much to enjoy as a game, but not too much to enjoy as a thing. Or rather, not too much to enjoy as a game, but too much to enjoy playing. This is one long play that I would have probably been happier being a viewer to rather than a player of. But can't deny the brilliance of this, so let's not have that weigh the game down. You never did? Yeah, I never did get to see the dredge content. Well, I won't be going for it now. The credits roll, that means we are done here. Although, how can I not grab all the developers? Unless there's a way to get myself killed and put an end to this. That was a new noise out of him. Have we ever had heard Dave sound like that? This is cool and all, but I don't think there's a way to skip it either. The infinite amount of minigames really is a bother. It is, but they were usually laced in so much charm that it was hard to hold it against it. Like doing all the wee chopping up minigames, but it just looked so good, felt so great. Loved all the characters. I can't think of anyone in this roster that I really didn't like. Great writing as well. I know I often harp on about god-awful writing in games. This is not one that I would leverage it against. Thought I saw Jurassic Park in that list, but no. Jai-Suk Park. Oh, and it's always nice when the game thanks you. That is to say me. Alright Dave, time to Gingham. Right, I thought I had a bit more than one session left in the game, but I thought I was still on chapter 5, and I don't think that was the case. I swear the game didn't often tell you when you were entering new chapters, but perhaps I missed it. Anyway, like I said, great game. Wouldn't play it again and won't play more, but I will fondly recall you did. Okay, no, we're not done. We were never done? What's going on, Cobra?
Wouldn't it be
What was that? We go back to space? No, I don't think we will. Alright, that's it for me and Dave the Diver. Now, undoubtedly, there's probably about 5 times more content to this game, but I ran through the main game, I've seen what I want to see. And whilst this game might be teeming with content, I feel like part of the problem is if I wanted to play the kind of games that's in the side content, I play another game. So we've got our restaurant management minigame, which, well, I'd find another game that doesn't have me manually bring out the dishes and such. For the farming minigame, I could play Harvest Moon or Rune Factory. And there are certainly better auto-runners than we have here. But hey, this game has it all, and it all combines together with such charm that I really can't hold it against it. However, that is it for me and Dave the Diver. I would normally be running another Longplay vote to see what we Longplay after this, but that would be disingenuous. Dominions 6 comes out in 1 week, and I intend on grabbing it on release day and just immediately streaming it to get a feel for it, and then possibly subjecting myself to untold hours of it. Oh, yeah, good point, Zergle. We don't have the salvage sorting minigame to our knowledge. That is where Ship Breaker Simulator comes out on top. Rather, Ship Graveyard Sim. So. Won't be any long plays until we have had our fair share of Dominion 6, however large that is. Or at least until it calms down. Means I'll need to find another wild card for Saturday, where I'd planned on finishing up Dave the Diver come hell or high water, but we got ahead of the game there, didn't we? There we go. Epilogue enter. So tomorrow I'm going to explore the world of Vampire Survivor clones. I've also got a punishment game coming up after that. And I've got a spooky game slated for Friday night. I'm unsure about that now that the words have left my mouth. Let me check my own schedule. Yeah, Friday night, a spooky game about being nighttime security. I don't have high hopes for it, but we'll see if those expectations can be dashed. In any case, until I am back with aforementioned streams, it is a cheers from myself and all the Dave the Diver cast, and a cheerio.